our pledge of allegiance. Pledge
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay, roll call, Patty.
Debbie? Here. Dave?
Here.
Carolyn?
Here.
Gary? Here. Joe?
Okay, our unfinished business will open our... Hello.
Good evening.
We'll open our bids. We have,
Can we take the questions at all?
I guess so.
How much money is in the budget or is budgeted for man?
I think the way we figured it, when we were doing the CIP was what, we figured that we had 232,000 to work with this year. And Galvin was 110. And we don't know yet what the shouldering is gonna be on that, but so that was 40,000 less than what we had planned for. So we figure right around 100. I mean, that's my estimate.
I have one other question.
Mhm.
And I was gonna call you or try to find out
Mhm.
before the meeting. Do you know offhand or do you have the numbers for the traffic count on man?
I don't have them here tonight, but we redid them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That I know, I talked to you
Yeah.
about that.
Yeah.
I'd like to know.
I think the week that we did it, or 3 or 4 days, was 1,400. So, but that's,
Not even close.
yeah, but I don't know where that was, Paul. That figure, whether it was closer to E, if it was up farther,
Well, there were
St.
only-
Joseph's.
There were only two out.
Right.
One was beyond
St. Joe's, yeah,
And one was just from E up.
yeah. So I don't know, all I remember is that one number, so I'm really not
Well,
giving you very good information.
It really doesn't matter because it doesn't come anywhere close to the other,
What, I
numbers.
know, yeah,
so
yeah,
either those things are faulty or they're set up wrong or something, but
yeah.
you're not getting a true count.
I thought they had said about, what was it, a month ago, around 2,100.
That's what I thought. I heard a figure
Well,
around
that was the
2,000.
one,
That was the one that
The city
county
did.
Or the city, county, or whoever did it when E was constructed, correct?
yeah,
The state did that for the county.
Yeah.
Does that sound closer?
Right.
I think you said it was much close, that is pretty close, right, Paul?
Well, the city had some out in 2010,
Right.
and they came up with 2,200 in the first stretch and 1,600 beyond that.
Mm-hmm,
Now, the state is a little harder to cipher what they got here. They had 2,100 in the first stretch, or the whole stretch. They don't deviate or put a different number from Lincoln, or, yeah, between Lincoln and St. Joseph also.
so that's probably the more realistic,
Well, that's why I say this,
yeah.
you can't, I'm gonna say you can't rely on our counters.
Well, but, no, who you can't rely on is what I just said, with the 1,400, because I don't know where it
Well,
was,
Yeah, if
and so forth, so,
okay.
okay. We have one engineering bid, and we have two contractors. Earth. Lump sum. Okay. The project is pavement replacing 760 feet of Man Street from Lincoln to Meadow Avenue North. Construction and engineering include the following: remove existing pavement and base 24 inch by 24 feet wide, install 18 inch of 6 inch minus breaker rock 24 feet, install 6 inches of 1 1/4 base course 24 feet wide, install double runs of 4 inch drain tile with guard set on subgrade at shoulder point. Engineering includes, is it topo? Topo, I guess it is, TOPO. Topo existing roadway every 100 feet, 7 1/2 stations. Engineered to create cut sheets and place hubs at every station. Spot check grades on the subgrade and or the breaker, or CABC provides sieve analysis on aggregates. And that is from Earth.
And the number,
39,888. This is from Paul Beaver Trucking. Town of McMillan, Man Street from Lincoln Avenue to Meadow Avenue North, construction bed. We will complete the following work: remove existing pavement and base and make undercut, install 18 inch of breaker rock, install 6 inches of base course, install 2 runs of 4 inch drain tile with sock for $29,735. And with his certificate of liability. So you got this one?
Did we request a certificate of insurance to be submitted with the bid?
You got it.
We did? Did we get it from Earth?
Yeah.
Okay.
Mhm.
that's that one,
That's this one.
that goes with this one.
So Earth didn't have anything in there about drain tile?
Yeah, you did.
Yeah.
Yeah, same tile.
It did.
No.
Here's that one. There, okay.
There we go, okay. All right. Okay, we've opened the bids for Man Street project.
So you have an engineer.
So we got an engineering one.
Where's that from?
MSA. The task order is estimated fee for the work is $17,550 for design and bidding, and $1,500 for staking inspection at hourly rate. There you go.
Estimated?
Estimated.
Approximate,
Approximate or estimated?
Estimated.
Estimated is what it
estimated
says.
fee for work is $75.50 lump sum design and bidding, and $1,500 staking inspection at an hourly rate.
Up to 1,500 or estimated at 15?
$1,500 estimated staking inspection at hourly rate.
So they're gonna charge us hourly.
Correct.
What is there to stake and engineer? We've been doing this for years without an engineer.
You know why we have to have an engineer. Otherwise, we probably wouldn't. is because we got the grant. And they request that we have to have an engineer.
Cause what is our grant, 26,000
$26,000, yeah,
out of the total?
60. 60 was, the project, when we applied for the grant, the project had to be at least 60,000. So,
If you needed to, you could include the engineering cost, but it still has to be engineered.
it still has to be engineered. So we had to put an amount in, which we put, I think, 7,500 or something like that.
Well, the other trip programs that we've done, anything that's over 63,000 has to be inspected by an engineer when it's done. And we currently have a guy from Nilsville that is an engineer that does it for $500.
Is that Russell Rath?
Yes.
I know him.
So I don't know what the criteria is in meeting what you,
It's the
What?
state, it's the state.
what you're in for, so.
Patty, do you know?
I mean, for $9,000, you can do
A lot,
another
I know,
300 feet of road.
exactly, yes, yes.
So if that grant was 26,000 for a $60,000 project, and this is under 60,000,
It's, yeah,
then do we lose part of that grant?
yeah. Good question.
So that'll be, yeah. No, well,
That-
what we
that
can
would-
do,
that would be my guess.
what we can do, I think if you think about it carefully, we have that much money to spend, and we can extend the length of the project.
For what my per foot price is, you could do another,
Hmm?
another,
Would you have to rebid then? Because that's kind of falsifying what your bids were.
I don't know.
Well, not only that, we put the specs into the state already.
Yeah?
and for that $9,000, you could do another 231 feet.
Does the cost include asphalt?
Mm-mm.
That bid didn't.
Oh, thank you, no, it does not, it doesn't. So that'll
So
be
that'll be-
another 30,
So then
to
we're
40,000
then we're over
for that.
60.
So that's the asphalt then. So then we're getting,
So, but
So you got an engineer to asphalt too, or
no,
why do I have to be engineered then?
because of the grant, she said.
Right.
but no, you're
Okay.
correct. That asphalt is not included in the asphalt was to have been done.
You wanna read it?
Let Deb read.
Yeah, so we can figure this out.
Engineer certification. If the total improvement costs are $65,000 or more, an engineer certification is required, which includes the following: the signature of a registered professional engineer stating that the design plans and specifications were assembled with a 10-year design life criteria for the improvement, and the design uses current Wisconsin DOT specification. An example of the language used in the certification is included in Appendix J. The certification does not require extensive engineering inspection, material testing, design services, or warranty the performance of the improvement. It is recommended that the engineer is involved before beginning design and construction of the project. The cost of the entire improvement is used to determine if an engineering certification is needed. Example, project with a $50,000 purchase of hot mix asphalt only and $35,000 for paving is a total improvement of $85,000. An engineering certification is required.
Mhm.
So,
So by the time we lay the blacktop,
we're over.
over.
So,
Yeah,
But getting back to the trip funds then,
and engineering.
that's where this is coming from.
that's just for Is that
If
just
the
for
total
prep or is
input-
that?
Total
for-
project.
Okay, then here's what it says, if the total improvements costs, total improvements are over 65,000. So it would have to be the total cost with the blacktop, I'm guessing, that's the way I'm reading it.
The combination.
Yes, the combination, so we're good. We're good. Okay,
So what do we do with engineering then? We just need somebody to sign off on it, basically.
well, we
What I'm
have to
reading.
make a motion to approve this engineering bid. And we have to have or is that, because
Or
he's,
the corporate says that they had a bid.
What's that?
Earth already has it in their bid.
Right,
Yeah. First stated right in there,
but
included.
what I don't like about MSA's bid is it's not just a set amount,
right,
it's
Well-
estimated. So you're at 9,000 already and could go more?
see, this is too bad they're not here, because I wanna know, well, because I want a certified engineer. And is that what they're talking about?
I have no clue.
See, that, it doesn't say.
For who?
Earth.
Yeah,
Paul's got a question.
Yeah.
I don't think they have a certified engineer in-house.
not in-house, they'd have to get somebody.
So,
You estimated the hot mix or the asphalt, where did you get that number, because bids only went out Monday? Your request for bids were only approved on Monday.
no, I called American Asphalt and said, can you give me, just tell me, you know, briefly, what a ballpark figure for, maybe 1,000 to, or I mean, what was it? It was lower than that.
Sounds-
It was, from like 5 or 6 to 1,200. And he said, so he gave me the range, and so that's where I got it, and just over the phone.
So we don't actually have to have the engineering out for bids, we can hire an engineer, am I correct?
No, you have to.
Bill Birchbach told me we had to bid the engineering
Yes,
because of the cost of the entire project and the cost of the.
yes.
Okay, now, if we refuse this bid, then what?
If you refuse the engineering bid,
Mm-hmm.
then you also refuse the bid with engineering.
No, I'm talking about like with the separate bid for, MSA.
Do the other two bids that we have include engineering or just
One does, one does not.
If you reject the engineering bid, then you rebid engineering
Okay.
with a class 2 insertion with the event not taking place prior to 1 week
Mhm.
past the last insertion. They get 2 weeks to get engineering bids.
How did MSA's bid read? There was two portions of it. One, the last part, the staking, and what?
The scope of
Staking
the,
and inspecting.
right, the estimated fee for the work is $7,550. Lump sum, design and bidding, in parentheses, and 1,500 estimated, parentheses, staking / inspection at the hourly rate, close parentheses.
See, to me, it doesn't sound like a bid, because when you get a bid, you get a set amount. Am I correct?
Yeah, just,
Well, we already bid it, so what more preparation is there? If there's $1,500 worth of staking and an inspection, we do the staking,
So that would have to be, come off of there.
the inspecting, it sounds to me like you only need $1,500 of that bid.
So the last part of it.
The $1,500.
Yeah,
You need to
at
get,
an hourly rate.
you need to get a
Staking
inspection.
and
that-
inspection, that's all we need.
And the staking, we do that like we always done in the past.
And that's included in your bid.
Yes.
Okay, so
So
why
what are they
don't,
gonna do for $7,500?
I haven't got a clue.
yeah,
put the stamp on it, I suppose.
yeah, so
We're gonna do
what
that
we
at
can
1,500.
do, what we can do is make a motion to accept the estimated, amount of 1,500, for staking and inspection at an hourly rate. The staking and inspection is done at an hourly rate up to $1,500 and call it good.
Not to exceed.
not to exceed the $1,500. And then we'll give it to them and we'll see what they say. And if they say no, and then,
Well, then we will have to
We'll have
get
to-
a hold of Russell Ratch.
Yeah. I mean,
well, we have to make sure that it's right for the grant. That's the deal.
I just don't know what they're gonna do for $7,550.
Well, here, it's in here, he's got lump sum for design and bidding.
What's
But
their
we
design?
already have done the bidding and we already know what the specs are. So that's
We
what
know
went
what
in
the
in
design
for the
is.
bid.
Road.
So, yeah. So, okay, do we want to,
I want to make a motion to accept the bid for $29,735 from Paul.
I'll second that.
okay, the motion has been made to accept the bid of $29,735 from Paul Bugard Trucking. Is there any further discussion? Kate, Patty?
Debbie,
Aye.
Dave,
Aye.
Kayla,
Aye.
Gary,
Aye.
Okay,
And then I want to make a motion to accept the engineering bid not to exceed $1,500 from MSA.
for staking and inspection.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll second
Okay, the motion has been made to accept the estimated bid for MSA for $1,500 for the staking and inspection,
Not to exceed.
not to exceed $1,500.
Well, I got a question then. Paul got the bid, he's gonna stake. Correct?
That's in his bid.
Right, so why do we need staking?
No, you have to have the engineer,
Right,
and he can do the staking. And
Well, either that, Paul, you can do your staking, and then they won't have to do it because they're considering an hourly rate anyway, and take that off that $1,500. We're not to exceed 1,500.
yeah,
So all he's gonna be basically doing is inspecting it.
Yeah, and that's the key to getting the finished document,
that. Correct.
Yeah.
correct?
okay, so amend that to $1,500 estimate at hourly rate for inspection.
And then not to exceed does not even go in
Yeah,
there.
well, that's what we said earlier, I just took out the staking.
Okay. So all he's gonna be doing is coming out and to inspect it at an hourly rate.
Well, he'll have to be on throughout the whole project, yeah.
And Paul's gonna take care of that for us.
We've got long in the past, so I know what
Well,
the
I
hole
know
looks like
that,
before we
yeah.
dig it, so.
Yeah,
So just for clarification, Patty, whenever you're done, just read it back.
motion was to accept MSA's engineering at hourly rate not to exceed $1,500 for inspection.
Cover it?
Yeah, I guess. Just seems 1,500 seems high. Does
no,
it?
It's enough.
Yeah.
it's enough, but it's,
Because I know when you're talking Russell Ratch, I know how that all works. Because I worked with him for 10 years. So,
I know, he's-
but he didn't make a bid.
Correct.
So, and we've gotta do
I
it
know
now.
how his engineering is.
Yeah, he didn't, yeah, so-
MSA's hourly professional engineering rate is $85 to $190 an hour.
yeah.
Well, how many hours can they spend?
yeah, 15 hours on 760 feet. Must be crawling.
Well, we need to get this project going if we're gonna do it.
Maybe we should have the staff engineers, they're 82 to 120.
Well,
What guide are you looking at?
That's MSA's.
Oh, it's MSA's.
Yeah.
We're gonna get charged the 190, you know that.
Yeah.
Okay, do we have it correct now?
God, we hope so.
I hope so is right. So, okay. You want
Debbie,
Aye.
Dave,
Aye.
Carolyn,
Aye,
Gary,
Aye.
okay.
Make a motion to adjourn?
Second that.
Motion's been made and seconded to adjourn. All in favor say aye.
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 Adjourn.
Any timetable? No.
I think we need to work with the asphalt company. A number of years ago, we did that, got caught in the rainy spell for 2 weeks.
Yes.
Yep.
And Pat went over there.